Hello, it's Thursday the 15th of September 2016. Good morning to you. Chris Reardon with today's United Kingdom talk. Now, I was telling you today about our wonderful little trip that me and six others, was it six? Hang on, one, two, one, two, three, four, five. Oh no, I think it was six. I haven't missed someone out, have I? One, two, three, four, five, six, including me, I think. Oh, I'm not sure now. But never mind. I was telling you about our lovely trip that we had out for Miall on Tuesday with some people that I hadn't seen for 10 years. It really was a wonderful, wonderful day. What I forgot to tell you was about the manager in this place. Okay? Now, he didn't have a problem with us at all. But when I went in, I was first there. Now, this is at the Toby Carvery in Brighton Road in Croydon. Nice little place. Big car park. Lovely little garden. As I walked in, I stood at the bar and I immediately spotted, he's got to be the manager. He looked managerial, but he was as miserable as sin. Another misery, boys and girls. Now, how on earth these people put miserable old gits in jobs where they have to serve the public, I do not know. While I was standing there waiting for my drink, I heard a, oh no, and I heard a glass get knocked over, and I looked behind me, and there was a lady sitting at the table, sort of around about 58, 60 years old, I suppose, and she'd knocked over a glass of wine. So I said, you all right, love? She said, oh, that's just cost me £5. Anyway, the bar lady went over with her little cloth, as they do. She said, is there any chance I can have another one? No, I'm afraid you have to pay for it. And then the manager, she came over to the manager and said something. No, she'll have to pay for it. And I said to her, she got to buy a new one. Well, of course she has. She's knocked that one over herself. She'll have to pay for it. You know, and I thought, you miserable old git. You miserable old git. Does anyone have any idea any more of customer services? Do you know what customer service is? That woman looked like she wasn't a one-off. Looked like she goes in there a few times. She looked quite comfortable in that seat with her glass of wine. She was on her own. I very much doubt she would have walked off the road in there and had never been there in herself. I mean, do you not know how to look after customers anymore? Who is teaching these people? Who is teaching these people to sod everything else and just grab as much money as you possibly can? Why didn't you buy her or give her another glass of white wine? And I was, apart from that, so I said something to him. Why don't you just get her another one? And he started going on about rules. I said, oh, just forget it, mate. I said, it's nothing to do with me. None of my business. I'll have a Coke, please. So the Coke came out. That's where the conversation finished. And I saw him at various points of our night, of our afternoon out. And I don't know why he's doing that job. Just really, really miserable. Piss off. Why don't you just piss off and give it to someone who's happy in their work? You are standing at the front. You are serving customers. No wonder these places are so quiet with people like them in it. I'm sick to death of seeing miserable men. I will never go there again, and neither will my friends. We spent 70 quid among all of us. I'll never go there again. Just horrible, horrible people. I'm sick to death of people saying, rules and regular. Oh, no, she done it herself. The kindness. What happened to kindness? What happened to a bit of compassion? And what happened to customer service? You know, you buy something from John Lewis, it comes round, they send a bloke round straight away. That's customer service. She accidentally knocked a glass over. How much would it have cost you to get her another glass of wine? Disgusted. Absolutely disgusted with the way you treat. No, you weren't rude to her. You just told her, no, buy it yourself. There was no rudeness. It was just the attitude, you know. And I do get fed up with that. So that's the Toby Carvery, Brighton Road in Croydon, if you want to avoid it. Or you can go in there and be just as miserable as him. Thank you very much. Just wanted to tell you a little bit more about my day out there the other day, or the afternoon out. It is a lovely place, beautiful garden and all that, I must say. The food, top notch. The chef, nice and friendly. Yep. And the nice thing about it was there were two really nice things there. At the end of the meal, I thought, oh, you know, Toby Carvery, not over expensive. I'll pay for this, and I got my money out. I said, it's all right, lads. I'll get this one. They would not let me pay for it. Out came all the 10s, all the 20s. Yeah, actually, there was too much on the plate, really. I put a couple of quid in my pocket in the end. No, they would not let me pay for it. All these £10 notes came out, shoved in the middle of a table, and no, there was no way they were letting me pay for it. And I was really impressed with that. Now, they are decent people. How many times have you gone out somewhere only to find that you're the one buying all the drinks all the time? Has that happened to you? Or you're the one paying for it? It usually happens to me. You're the one paying the meals all the time. But they did not let me put my hand in my pocket. I was so impressed with that. Not only that, one of the boys, Paul, if you're watching the show yesterday, you'll know all about this. Just to bring you up to speed again, just in case you didn't see it. These were young boys who used to come along to... When I say young, I'm talking about 20, okay? They were about 20, 22 years old. And they used to come to Heaven when I used to DJ there about 10 years ago. They're now all in their 30s, okay? So that's where we are. And they've all turned out really well. And Paul, one of them, he's the party boy. You can tell he's got that look on his face that says, I go out every night and get drunk. And dance all night long. Yeah, he's got one of those. It tells you. Oh, I've got a phone call. Just a moment, please. Hello? Hello, Simon. I'm just doing a little show at the moment. I'll ring you back. Oh, what's your number, Simon? Yeah. Right, okay. I'll be about half hour. All right, mate. Thanks, mate. Thanks. It's the man at Toyota. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Yeah, Paul's the party boy. And we were just talking about, you know, how it was 10 years ago, the music in the charts, Beyonce, Crazy in Love, Christina Aguilera, Lady Marmalade and all that business. Dirty. Do you remember that one? Dirty. Anyway. And he said to him that his time at Heaven was possibly the best time of his life up to that point. And I was the DJ, and I was quite taken aback by that. Some of the comments these people were coming out with. And I've said before, sometimes when you're DJing and it might be a bit of a long night. Do you know what I mean? When you're not sure it's going too well, and then people come out and say that, and you do forget what a difference sometimes that you make to people's lives when you're doing the stuff you do. I mean, this little show, for example, you know, sometimes I'd do it and I thought, oh, wasn't a very good show today. And then you'll get a message from somebody, oh, brilliant show today. Well, why was it a brilliant show? And I've had little emails and that over the years on how people have enjoyed just me sitting here chatting rubbish, really, and telling you little stories and bits and pieces. So what Paul said really touched me, and I couldn't get that out of my head on the way home, to be told something like that, of what a wonderful time he had because of something I was doing all those years ago. Isn't that wonderful? It really is. But they're all doing very well. None of them have become layabouts, like so many of them. Not that lot. People that, you know, wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning to watch Jeremy Kyle do nothing. Well, 10 o'clock in the morning, that'd probably be early for some of them. You know, they wake up about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. On goes the PlayStation or the Nintendo. Do you still do Nintendo, or is that a bit old-fashioned now? And that's all they do until late at night, then they go back to bed again. That's it. That's their lives. Not this lot. Matt works in Asda. Now, Matt used to be a DJ. Unfortunately, his Asda job involved Saturday night. So he's not DJ'd for some time now. And he was quite good as a DJ. He used a microphone and all that. You know, a little bit like myself. Insulting people. No. Actually, the only person I insult... You can't insult anyone now. You can't, you know, not for a joke. Oh, I found that really offensive. Or their friends come up. Why did you say that to him? Oh, that's really offensive. They don't get the joke. They don't get the humour anymore. You know, which is one of the reasons I almost completely have come out of the DJing. It's just different now, you know, it's boring. It's boring just putting on one song after another. No interaction with the audience. That's why I love the karaoke. I love the interaction. Even when people moan. Oh, that was funny. You know, Tuesday night, the karaoke. You know, I said to you, there's one particular person who always... He came in Tuesday. Can you believe it? And it all was going really well until right at the end of the night when he made a moan about something. I thought, oh, just go away. Just go away, not interested. He had to find something to moan about by the end of the night. Sat there all night long on his own. No one wants to talk to him because he's as miserable as sin. So that's Matt. Matt's not the miserable one. He's the one who used to be the DJ. Well, he still wants to do DJing, but he'd have to find something sort of Sunday to Friday, because Saturday night he works. Party Paul, he's doing all right. He's in Sainsbury's. Has been working in Sainsbury's for years and years. There was Daniel. Daniel works for BT. He does a very similar job to the job I used to do when I was working for BT, sticking little wires together, working in people's businesses. I'm not sure he does houses, in businesses, putting wires together. There's Daniel. And, of course, there's Jade. Now, I can't remember what Jade does. I think she works in a bar, little Jade. And there's Carl. And Carl also works. He's got a couple of jobs. One, barman in heaven, where he used to come and dance with me, or dance when I was DJing. Now, he works in heaven, so that's quite nice. And we got onto the subject of housing for some reason, and all these people are in their 30s, all of them. How many people do you think have their own place? One. They just can't afford to do it. Shocking, isn't it? 30 years old, over 30 and over, and they cannot afford to get their own places. And that's the way of London now, I'm afraid. Only one of them has got his own place, right? That's Carl. He lives, I think, above a pub. And I said, years ago, of course, living above a pub, if you got a job in a pub, right, you'd almost guaranteed to get living accommodation, a room above the pub, free of charge. Not anymore. No. Do you know how much he pays for one room above a pub in London? I think, where does he say? Bethnal Green. £150 a week. 150 quid a week. £600 a month for a room. That's a hell of a lot of money, isn't it? No wonder none of the others can afford anything. I've got flats. You know, I'm a landlord as well. I've got flats out here. A one-bedroom flat out here. A one-bedroom flat, living room, bathroom, kitchen. You know, bedroom, right? One bedroom flat out here, £750 a month. One room in London, sharing everything else, £600 a month. Shocking, isn't it? Absolutely shocking. So I don't know what they're all going to do, really. Presumably some of them have got savings, but such a nice little crowd. And I did have a nice day, so that's it. And the dinner was nice. Unlike yesterday, on the way to work last night, I got a bit hungry on the way in, because I hadn't had much time to eat, because I went to see the man from Toyota yesterday. My car is done. And on the way there, on the way to work, I thought I'll have some chips. I pulled into Camden High Road, Camden High Street, and I spotted a kebab shop. So I was able to park right outside it, and got these chips. Small or large, please, mate? Oh, I'll have a large, please. And I'll have a can of Coke. I don't usually drink cans of Coke, but that's all there was there. You can't ask for a cup of tea if there isn't one. So he said, OK, it's £2.50, please. Oh, you've had the Coke as well. £3.60. What? A portion of chips and a can of Coke. £3.60? Jeez. But I was hungry, you know, so I didn't moan, put my hand in my wallet, handed it over, and I thought, oh, well, you know, that's the way it is, and put them in my car. So I pulled round, went round the corner and went down a little bit further. Then I pulled over. I thought, I'll eat these here before I get to work at the King's Head Theatre Bar, where we do the quiz every Wednesday. Opened this box of chips and I started eating them. I tell you what, they were the worst portion of chips I have ever eaten in my life. Oh, they were vile. Not a single one of them was crispy. They weren't soggy, but they were kind of dry. And as you ate them, they just stuck to your teeth and the roof of your mouth. So, of course, as they were going down, do you ever get that? You know, when you eat, I think it's only potato stuff, chips or potatoes, and you eat some of it and it gets stuck there. And you think you're going to die. You think that those chips are never going to move. And then you have the drink and it doesn't work straight away, does it? You know, when you've had chips and they've got stuck and you have that drink and you've had it and it doesn't work immediately. It's like 10, 15 seconds before it shifts the thing. So that kept happening. They were absolutely vile. So if you ever go to Camden High Street, that portion of chips were purchased at the kebab shop. It's a one-way street. So you come up Camden High Street and it's on the right and it's the last kebab shop, because there's a few down there. It's on the right. It's the last kebab shop near the corner before Belushi's. Okay, so you're going down. Don't go there. Oh, they were vile. Vile, vile, vile. Actually, I wouldn't. Yeah, I do object to paying £3.60 for a bag of chips and a can of Coke. But if they're bad, I object even more. So remember that. Kebab shop. You're going down the Camden High Street. Going up Camden High Street, rather. You can only go up. On the right, kebab chips or whatever it's called. I think it's next to Pizza Hut. I'm sure it's near enough next to Pizza Hut. Just after Pizza Hut, kebab shop, just before you would turn right to go to Belushi's. Don't buy them from in there. Vile. Vile, vile, vile. They really are. So that was the worst chips. And I left early to go to work last night because I had to pop in to the Toyota garage to collect my car, which is all done now. Toyota, collecting your car. So what was wrong with it? Something had blocked up in the catalytic... no, not the catalytic. In the diesel particulate filter. Okay? Now, the car is supposed to regenerate, but for some reason it didn't. And they don't know why it was. Now, interestingly, they told me that this is not covered under the guarantee, which I find a bit odd. However, they have done it for me as a goodwill gesture, probably because I was in there, you know, trying to buy a car yesterday. I've got to ring the bloke back in a minute. I'll come on to that in a minute. But so it says here, carried out twice, they carried out a rejuvenation process, drained and refilled oil. Goodwill, not warranty. Cleared fault codes. So we don't know why. And I said to him, what's the cause of that? And he started being all technical. And I said, no, you misunderstand me. What did I do to cause that? He said, well, nothing. Nothing. We don't know why it's happened. We've done it this time. Just keep an eye if that light comes on again, come straight in and we'll have another look. But it's not covered under the warranty. Isn't that strange? I've done 50,000 miles in that car. Now, I generally do about 25,000 miles a year. I know it sounds a lot, but I'm up and down that motorway all the time, and it's like a minimum of 70 miles a day I do, okay? That's just because of my job and what have you. And he said, generally, when people first buy their diesel cars, he said this would happen within a few thousand miles, because what happens, you're supposed to drive at quite a fast speed to get the revs up, to burn off this stuff in the exhaust or wherever it is. Now, if they're not doing it, it kind of clogs up. Now, I'm up and down the motorway all the time, so they don't understand. And I've done 50,000 miles, so they don't understand why it's happening now and it didn't happen earlier. But not covered by warranty, which I find a bit strange. Although, as I say, haven't paid for it. It was done as a goodwill gesture. So, strange. So that's my car. That is fully functioning now. It accelerates. It shoots forward as well. Although, not as fast as the second test drive I did yesterday on the RAV4. We're thinking about buying a new car. I think it's going to happen. And when I dropped my car off yesterday, I saw Matt, who's the guy who sells the cars. And there's another bloke there called Simon. He does the money, you know, the finance. And Matt was there. And I said, any chance I could take that car out again? He said, yeah, no problem at all. He said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the keys, take it out for an hour and just come back. On my own. Or at least with my mate. So that was fab. So he got me the keys and off we went. This time I went on the motorway, not far, a little bit. And I thought, let's try this out. Oh, wow. It's a hybrid car. First time I've driven a hybrid car. And the thing is, to start it, you push this button, complete silence. Complete and utter silence, and it starts moving off, you see. Off it goes. And it's very smooth, but this time I took it on the motorway and I put my foot down. My God, it surges forward. 2.5 litre hybrid. It surges forward at warp speed, boys and girls. I didn't go too far. You know me, I don't like to go too fast. A maximum of 70 mile an hour. But getting there was very quick. I could actually overtake things again. Well, I can overtake things in my car again now, but I couldn't while there was a fault with it. So very, very nice indeed. So that was that. Went back there. The money man came over. We had a chat with him. So far, I've walked away from the deal twice. Okay? So the first time it came there, the next time it came there. So I think the third time I'm going to speak to him when I've just finished the show today, and I'll see what's what then. But you must never, ever, ever take that first offer. Don't ever take that first offer. Even now, I might turn this down if I'm not happy with the price. You know, it's all about price to me. And he was saying, oh, well, you could do it this way. And I'm like, he said, if it's not affordable like that, you can do it. I said, no, it's not that. I said, I'm not happy to pay that. Do you see what I mean? The main problem seems to be on the price that my car is not worth as much as what I owe on it. If it's on that higher, not higher purchase, I don't know what it is. It's like leasehold. I can't. Is it PNP or something like that? PEP, POP. I don't know what it is. Well, you pay so much a month and then either get a new one or hand it back. Something like that. I can't remember now. So that's the main problem. That's the bit of the sticking point. So we're working on that. And I shall let you know, okay? I shall let you know. All right, birthday time, boys and girls. Happy birthday today to... Let's see. Oh, no, there's one more news story here. Oh, what's the time? No, can't do it now. Run out of time. Oh, Johnny Key sent me another news story. It was very, very amusing. I'll read it to you tomorrow. Happy birthday today to Dennis Grainger. Hello, Dennis. All right. Haven't seen you in Central Station for a while. 40 today. Oh, come on. You're not lying on your Facebook profile as well, are you? 40? Come on. Happy birthday, Dennis. Happy birthday to Joshua Rafter on my Facebook. Happy birthday, sir. Stacey. Stacey Miall. Is that how I say it? Meow. It's like a cat. Meow, meow, meow. Little Stacey. How are you, darling? Happy birthday to you, my love. 32 today. Happy birthday to John Griffin. He's the little boy today at only 28. 28, so young, so young. Happy birthday to Alvin, Chandra. Don't see your age on her. You're hiding your age. Let's estimate you. Just a moment, please. Oh, you're quite... Oh, 31. How's that a guess? Is that a good guess, Alvin? I'm estimating you at about 31. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday to singing sensation Giuseppe Jospel, who's been singing at a couple of my karaoke's before. From Italy, I think you are, aren't you? Happy birthday to you, sir. And happy birthday today to Richard Matthews, who is 33 today. Is that a picture of your little girl? Let me have a look at that. Oh, bless her heart. She was a little princess. She's got a little... Or is that her first Holy Communion dress? I know the first Holy Communion dress. They wouldn't let me wear one, funnily enough, when I had mine. I don't know why. I didn't want one of the dark suits. I wanted a first Holy Communion little white dress, but I didn't get one. Never mind. Perhaps next time, eh? Happy birthday to you all. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Have a lovely day, boys and girls, okay? Right, I better get on the phone then. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.